Just checking the field out here from the kitchen. I would like to thank Randy for sending some rain over. It was much needed. Said hello, everybody's hello. And some days I can't, but today I can. Absolutely. Great. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for the thumbs up. So today we're going to cover a couple things. Some things were planned and some things were just spur of the moment. So we'll talk about the spur of the moment. About 30 minutes ago, power went out. Came back on, went out again. So I went and checked all my battery backups, and there'll be a short film on the MacBean farms and prepping on that. Make sure everything was engaged, and they were. Prepper Cowboy, thanks for joining in. Thanks for popping in. So I have 3 Duracell solar generators in the house. And what I do is I keep them plugged in, and then if we lose power, they take over. So I have it down on the sump pump, which is, well, if we're going to lose power, it's raining. And then I have one here in the living room, which has a portable heater, a light, one of our lamps, and a fan. And then I have one upstairs, basically a fan and the portable heaters in there. And then we have a lamp we can unplug and put in there right away. So I went and checked everything out. Nice, it's daylight, but what if it was nighttime? Steve Lyons, good morning. How we doing? So I started looking about secondary light sources. So just in the kitchen alone, I have a few. So there's one for wanting to spot things out. There we go. Critters out in the yard. Here was part of that Duracell deal. And this one, I don't know. I think this was a Big R. I got a few of these. They had a special on them. So I got 3 flashlights right here in the kitchen. I keep them in the junk drawer. I got flashlights in the living room. I got flashlights in the bathroom. Some are just a little dinky little $2 ones you get at Harbor Freight. Yeah, I'm thinking this is the time when you really need to check the batteries. Remember, batteries can corrode. So you want to pull the batteries out every now and then and make sure they're in good shape. Now these are. So, because I remember as a kid, batteries have gotten better. But as a kid, you'd pull out that flashlight out of your back, your tent backpack, and it would be all corroded. So any battery operated stuff that you have, now let's keep it clean. You want to periodically check, number one, see if the batteries are in good shape. And of course, make sure they have a charge. Now I know they have a charge. And then this one uses a 3-cell. And it's in good shape. The Duracell one I just put in, so I know they're in good shape. And I know I bought these lights around the same time. But you want to do this every now and then. That's the flashlights. Like I said, and this is just what I have here in the kitchen. Let me catch up on chat. Good morning, Miss Worm. How we doing? Little Miss Prepper, thanks for joining in. The beige recording inside, we just got another one. Yep, and that happens. I mean, if you check them off enough and you start to see the corrosion happen, and then you can chuck them and put new batteries in. It has happened to all of us. Also, a quick mention to my sponsor, Cutco knives. I really like these knives. I think it was worth the money I paid. So the next thing we look at is we look at our light sources. So this one, these I pulled from the bedroom. And the same thing. Want to open up the bottom. And the batteries are in good shape. And a lot of times I can kind of tell how old batteries are by the type of batteries that are in there. This one's newer. This one's much older. Uh-oh, nothing happened. So, wow, these are old batteries. No corrosion, so that's a good thing. And then I did get these rechargeable ones. Let's see if I can show it to you. Rudy at Prepper Nation talked about these, and I ordered a bunch of them. So I do have these. I think I bought 8, 6, I think I bought 32 of them. And I have some other ones too. So now that I know that is out, I replace them to get fresh batteries in there and to also make sure, yes, it works. So this is why you want to do this every now and then. When do you usually do it? When you lose power, of course. But it was daytime, so I lucked out. Little hand crank collapsible lanterns. Yep, those are good to have too. Yeah, RV stores. I picked them up at Costco. I got a 3-pack of these Duracells, including the batteries, for $15.99. They were on sale. And it was a steal. It's almost like you got the batteries for free. So I have 3 of these. I have one in the car, one down here. Oh, look. Another one. Kind of very similar to that, a little bit different. There we go. So 5 flashlights right here in the kitchen. This one's hanging, so I can grab it when I walk out. This one I ordered because it looked really cool. It glows in the dark. Now all you gotta do is swipe it. And it's a little harder to change batteries on this one. You actually have to use a screwdriver. And I've had this one up there for a while. So this is one where I go out and check the batteries. Because it wasn't a cheap little item, and I hate to have it get ruined because of corrosion. There we go. All 3 Duracells, and all in great shape. So I carry a lot of rechargeable ones and a lot of standard ones. I have a crate full of batteries. And I will use the regular batteries more often than the rechargeable ones because they do have a lifespan. Let's catch up to Chad here, see where I'm at the Dollar Tree. Just tap and turn them on, use them as night lights, ship, camping, things like that. Yeah, lots of the 1,000-hour candles. And I did pick up, if you watch it, one little Prepper live stream, I picked up 550 tea light candles. Walmart had them on clearance for $50 for $1. They're usually $3. So, enough on the lighting. Let's talk about one of the main subjects, is dumbbell training. So I got some 30-pound dumbbells here, and there's a lot of different exercises you can do with these, with various rates. So here, this one is a shoulder exercise where I'm just going to engage my traps. I call them, I don't know. I don't know. How many words you put in the chart book? I don't know. Where's the flashlight? I don't know. Check the kitchen. You know, one of the things they were somewhere in the house. So here you can do these and varying on the weights. You do about 3 sets and about 12 to 15 reps. And this helps build traps. What are traps good for? Well, they're good for help pick up and hold things. They also look really cool. It's one of those muscles when you go to the beach, they'll draw attention if they're well defined. So those are one of the exercises. Generally I do them with a lot heavier weights. But these were handy. I have a lot of dumbbells down in the basement. So I wanted to grab one. I could probably do a lot of different exercises and show you. So those will do the traps here. And that's all you're doing is with that. Solar lanterns, there we go. Local Walmart. Could use one of those to put hubby to sleep. Hope he ain't talking about the dumbbells. Yeah, Mrs. Worm, you're worked up to those 2.5 kilos. So congratulations. Yes, good form is a must. So how is dumbbells different than using a straight bar? With a straight bar, basically the bar holds your hands in the same position. So you are engaging the muscle, but any of this, except up in the shoulder, but any of this has been taken out. Where the dumbbells, well, now you have the wrist. And so now you're engaging more muscles. And that's why dumbbells are really a good exercise to incorporate with regular straight bar free weights. And then machines further isolate the muscles. And they do serve a purpose. If I really just want to work that, a machine will do that. But you want to do a mixture of all three. So this was a deal I got at Walmart. So 50 tea lights, marked them down to $1. So I grabbed 11 of these. And next time I'm in there, I'll check and see if they restocked it. During the winter, I use them as I call my third source of heat. So, and here I got one of these ones that stick. Now this one I got at Harbor Freight. The only downfall on these is they're nice and bright, but they do eat through batteries quickly. Where these other ones, the batteries last a lot longer. So there's just a bunch of light sources. Those tea light candles also could be a light source. Very easy. I just get a regular saucer like this and place 3 of them on there. I have some old ones I use just for that purpose. And I can light them up as a source of light and also a source of heat. Turn my warmer upper on. So let me catch back up on chat. Yeah, we are definitely not going to be in the dark. Nope. So when I had the opportunity, I got the generators. I listened to, Rudy at Alaska Prepper and John at Prepper Nation, Kubek Grayman Prepper, and I did some of my own research. I had some books sent to me. The chances of me actually finding one, real quick. Here's book 7 of the Going Home series by A. American. I highly recommend that you read book 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is going to cover a lot of things. It'll give you a lot of aha moments. Probably not so much for this crowd because, everybody here has been really focused on this for a long time, which is a great thing. I have too. It's the point now where I go to the store, I can pick and choose what I'm going to buy is to restock up, and I can wait for it to be on sale. Although I have kicked it up again just because of what's been going on lately. So I got the lamps, I got the flashlights, lighters. So just here in the kitchen drawer, now I know where they go when I set them out. And we don't smoke in this family. That's just in the kitchen drawer. I have them in other drawers throughout the house. You pretty much use them to light the tea candles, but I can also use them to light the stove top, the amount of gas stove. So even though the power did go out, I was still going to be able to have my live stream. I was going to use some of these as some of the lights, so it won't be so dark. But I can still cook on the surface because I can light it with a lighter. I can light it with a match, and being daylight, it's not bad. But then even if it was night, I have lights. And if I needed to, I got the big generator right there, so I can fire up and plug into the wall. Once I shut the main breaker off, it'll run my fridge, it'll run my freezer, and it'll run the lights. It'll even run the furnace. Won't run the AC, but it will run the furnace. I'm Bic. So I have lots of matches on it. And I do. So the other part is matches. So I buy them in both varieties. I probably got about various areas of the house. Probably got about another 10 of these in stock. I need to get more. Same with that. We use them to light candles. I buy the wife a couple of those repellent candles. When she sits on the deck, we can enjoy it without the mosquitoes attacking us. And then also for starting fires, things like that. You can warm it up a little bit. So that was just things I had laying around in the kitchen, except these lights, those are up in the bedroom. But I had all the flashlights. So while that's warming up, I'll talk about another exercise you can do. So I demonstrated doing the curls. You do the curls this way. You can turn the bar and you do what's called hammer curls. Or you can do them 2 at a time. Looks like my signal. Hopefully it's back. Yeah, canning medical plants, absolutely. So I do have a lot of those in the other room. Edible herbs in that, first aid, and not just first aid, even surgical procedures. I have a tote about this big full of first aid supplies. Just ordered lighters. There you go. So anytime I'm in the grocery store and I pass by, I usually grab a 2 or 3 pack of the Bics. I like to stay with the Bics. They're more reliable. Yeah, what I've done, they've doubled in price since a year or 2 years ago. So it's like I think they figured out. I think some of the corporate people at Walmart was going, wait a minute, we're selling a lot of lighters to preppers. Let's kick it up. Yes, I do know about the organization, which I'm trying to do this year. So every day I tackle a small area and I say, this is what I'm going to try to organize. So also in the kitchen, I have a lot of handy items. So here's an old flip knife that I don't even know why I still keep it. It's pretty much busted up. I cut a muffler strap off with this sucker. So this one actually very broke. And it doesn't have that much sentimental value. And a blade that will do that is probably not a good idea to have. So I'm going to recycle that one. I have the one that I carry to work. So I use this to cut open boxes, and I keep a pretty good blade on it, but it's about time to sharpen it again. And then this one, well, it looked cool. So I had to get it. I'm like, I don't carry this one to work, although it is legal. Fits in my palm. I keep it around the house to open things that I need to. Put those in the junk drawer there. Put these two main lights in here that were in here. Actually, I think that one was over there. Do I need all these lights out here? Nope. But you know how it is. There's another one for spotlighting. And it's rechargeable in the back. And it's been a long time since I've recharged it. So it does really well. So other things of interest. So anyway, first of all, let's start getting the eggs going. So I'm going to do some hard-boiled eggs. Now, if the power was out, I was gonna demonstrate it with a match. Anybody with a gas stove is familiar with that trick. So the advantage of having a fuel stove instead of electric, I can still cook when the power goes out. And I prefer Caribbean House. Good morning. Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. Everybody hit the thumbs up. So we're demonstrating some of the dumbbell exercises. If you want to angle here real quick. What I can do is now I can work my back. The middle back will work with this. And then you just repeat and do the other side. You want to make sure you have a weight that's comfortable for you. If you're doing any of this, you have too much weight. If you have to jerk, if you have to rock, if you have to, you're doing too much weight, reduce the weight, go back to proper form. Get in the shed for overflow, yeah. Whew. For baby kitty. So I almost ended up with a second cat last night. Driving home from work, there's a black cat just sitting in the middle of the road. And I hit the hazards and pulled over him, but it was gone, luckily, because there was cars behind me. And I mean, I don't know if it just got shocked, a near miss or whatever, but it was just sitting there. And of course, a little black cat just like the one I have. If it was still there, I probably would have picked it up and introduced it to Binks. There's a tabby out here. I seen it by the driveway when he pulled in. So last night was my day of cats, my night of cats. Then I came in, and of course, Binks greeted me and got some petting. Hey, Harvey Black, thanks for stopping in. Until the time I did my little routine, came back in the kitchen. Binks was right there by the door, and right by the steps was that tabby. And I was like, Binks, do you have a new friend? And I opened the door. Well, of course, Binks just came in. Hello. And the tabby took off. So I think Binks is getting to be quite the social butterfly now that she got her own place. Yeah, so we have a basement. We're in the Midwest. So when I had a house that didn't have a basement, I was always nervous, especially during this time of the year. All right. The coffee should be reheated. Very good. All those I'll put away. Other items to talk about, coffee filters. So about once a month, I pick up a pack of these, whether I need them or not. A couple reasons. I opened up a pack. I left them over there where I always do. After 3 days, they disappeared. So I'm sure Mrs. Scottish Fitness put them away somewhere. I just haven't figured out where. So I grabbed another pack, stayed over here. Now I have that sitting over there. I have a third pack downstairs. Probably have a fourth pack packed in my stores. Great for coffee. They're also great for filtering water as a pre-filter. So if you know what hit the fan, I do have a Berkeley, but I would pre-filter the water before I put it in the Berkeley. Then here's my electric starter. Then I had a few of my subscribers saying, oh, I need more attachments for them. Not quite sure what they're talking about, but I did think, I went to that little, so it made me think of a different thing. This is my self-start for the rototiller. That's a 15/16, and that fits on the bolt. I just put it on there and got my electric start. All right. Backups for my phones. So these Walmart had these on clearance last year for $5. They're usually 15. I grabbed 3 of them. I can set the phone right on top and it'll charge, or we can plug them in and they'll charge. Yeah, because you are putting things away. We know how you are. And later on today, before I go to work, I want to check on the garden. Of course, it's been raining a lot, so the garden's going to be muddy. Well, how do I get out there without getting all my shoes all muddy? Tie these around your feet. And you can literally walk on mud. Now, they don't keep your feet dry. You do step in water, your foot will get wet, but it will not get muddy. And you can walk right across it. It helps you stay above the soil. I learned this trick a couple years ago. So then I can go out there and I can check and see how the plants are doing, because I did get a nice rain that I needed. So I got that going. I need to set the timer. I usually set it for around 18 minutes. I put it on for 15 because I'm sure I've been talking at least 3. So these are just items I discovered, and then here's something the wife must have bought. So it plugs in your car. It has an emergency light. It has a charging port. It has something you can cut the seat belt with. Probably even use this as a glass breaker. So I'm going to put this in my car. And then what I'll do is I'll switch it out when the wife goes to Missouri. Yeah, God, and I bought some plastic shelving for the basement. I wish I would have spent the extra money and got steel. Oh, the plastic, it bends when you overload it. But live and learn. I'm just switching it up and putting lighter stuff on there. And cutting some wood to re-support it. And I should have known better. You get what you pay for. I've known that adage for a while. Here's something I take when I remember. It's a product I get from Apex Nutrition. And it's a joint support. It's got shark cartilage and a lot of other elements in there to help your joints. I put a scoop of this in the water and I take it to work. Nice thing about work is they do provide us with water. And what I'll do is sometimes I'll bring a few of these bottles home because the Asanis use really sturdy plastic, adverse to the other ones that don't. And then I'll put my little joint support in there. Then I have a filtered water. And voila. I'll take this to work with me, put it in the cooler they provide, and during one of my breaks, I'll chug that down. The only thing about people that need this is the little scoop they put in there is really oversized for this. And I do have a pre-workout, which I'll put together, take one of those with me when I go to the gym. Just because it's cheaper to do so. Hello, Mystic. Got kidnapped. How you doing? Thanks for joining us in this. So remember, we have the regular curls. We have the hammer curls. We have the shoulder presses. We have the tricep extensions. We have the shrugs. Then we got the which is not really an exercise, but it's fun. So let's talk about the doctor. I went to see the doctor yesterday. Finally go over my blood test and that. So as soon as I walked in, he goes, wow. So, well, I'm glad I seen you because reading the charts made me think that you were going to be really overweight. He said, but seeing you, I can tell you're very muscular. I said, well, Doc, you say the nicest things. Because, you know, they got those charts. If you're this tall, you should basically not have any skin or muscle because your skeleton. So the charts placed me to weigh somewhere between 152 and 205. Okay, high school. Well, in the Army, I was 185 to 205. But I was lean, mean fighting machine. Now I'm 61 years old. So I'm at 235. Oh, here we go. This is skinny teenager. He drinks off every day. Yeah, didn't we all? Just got inspired by the 460 flip bed. Thanks a lot. You're most welcome. I understand. When I was a teenager, I was tall and skinny. I was 6'1" my senior year, weighed 155 pounds. Went in the Army. Within about 3 months, I was 6'4" at 185. When I came back from the Army, I was 6'4" at 205. Yeah, those charts are unrealistic. I even told the doctor, and he kind of goes, well, can you get under 200 pounds? I said, no. I said, I power lift. I need to have some fat with me. Otherwise, I'll lose too much strength. And he kept saying, well, yeah, you are really, big and muscular. I said, well, yeah, I work at it. 45 years of work. Well, probably 47, 48 now. And then we talked about my triglycerides. They're supposed to be under 150. Well, mine are always off the chart. He goes, well, yours were at a little over 500. I said, no, I was happy as can be. They have never been that low. And he just looked at me and goes, what? I said, they're usually 2 to 3 times higher than that. They usually range anywhere from about 1,200 to 1,600. I said, it's just my genetics. And he kind of goes, well, I'm glad I had that conversation with you. He goes, I was concerned. I'm going, well, I'm ecstatic. I'm saying, I'm doing great. Then he, sit there and looked in the ear, looked up the nose, looked in the eyes, throat. He listened to my cathroids. He said, they sound fine. And that's always a concern for me because that's kind of what took my dad out over time. Nice. Kill everybody, my son. Yeah. Actually, I had to trail around to get to it. So he did give me a clean bill of health. So it was very healthy. And he talked about, blood pressure. He said, your blood pressure is really well. He was surprised. He said, usually when you get in your 50s and 60s, you start having issues with blood pressure. And he talked like that was going to happen regardless of what. And I said, well, I don't fall into that. He asked me if I had any surgeries. As I had a chunk cut out of my stomach because of a spider bite. That was it. He said, asked any joints that hurt, and then I said, no. So he was amazed at the shape I was in. And I am blessed. I am lucky. He goes, any problem with the knees or hips? I said, no. Now he did test my flexibility. He goes, well, you're not very flexible. And I said, yeah, I hear that from the wife all the time. He goes, I'm not going to get into that. And we're starting to have a little fun. Had the sun coming up? Well, we've had a steady rain for a couple hours. So I know the garden got that penetrating water like it needed. I think it stopped. Yeah. But it was sufficient to get everything watered. Just a butthead. There you go. So yeah, he talked about that, and he said, well, your blood pressures, that was 120 over 82. I said, yeah, that's usually where it is, plus or minus 10. So it's always that ever since I was a kid. He goes, oh, that's amazing. He goes, my blood sugar was good. I said, yeah. So everything, triglycerides and cholesterol, which has always been a case. But I do not, so I know she went her cholesterol like 180. And they prescribed her a statin drug, and she didn't know it. Really swell up in that. And then I'm looking at his medicine. I said, what is this? Because she usually only takes 3. And here's this 4th one. And she's looking at it. She goes, that looks like a statin. I said, yeah, it's for cholesterol. So she stopped taking it. I know, lots of buffering. Hopefully it went away. Let me move the phone again. Well, Bob Jim, thanks for coming in. The buffering continues on the other side, but hopefully it'll back up. There we go. So anyway, once you got off the medicine, then all those problems went away. So I still have the statins because they're not good. All right, perfect. People, thanks for putting the thumbs up. I got 10 thumbs up. That's really good. I've been in chat only 40 minutes, so we're still doing well here. We have about 4 minutes for the eggs to be ready. We'll let them cool down. No bacon today. I had 2 helpings of it yesterday. Maybe a bacon sandwich. Bacon and cheese to take to work. And then I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I've been making a lot of those. And that's just because I've ate all the sandwich meat. And I haven't had a chance to pick up any more. Because those stores are not open when I get off work. Cabbage soup, lost 4 pounds eating it last week. Very good. Yeah, because things like cabbage and lettuce and celery, green peppers, onions, carrots, those vegetables actually take more calories to digest than the calories that they're giving you. Now, they are giving you really good nutrients and minerals that you need also. So they're definitely worth having. So I got my 1 bottle. I got a couple more of these in the car I need to go out and grab, which I'll do when I go check out on the garden. I did buy those 200 plants, but depending on how the soil is out there, if I can still move the soil with a shovel easily, then I'll get those pepper plants in. Cleans up my gut too. I'm sure it does. It has an aphrodisiac, dampens the libido. Oh, I didn't know that. Are you serious, Clark? Well, I haven't had any in a while, and my libido has been very good in the morning. That's all I got to say about that. So basically, the eggs, I'm going to peel them off. I will remove some of the yolks. So I got 5 eggs in there. I'll probably only include 2 yolks in there. And then tomorrow I'll probably have oats. Probably could have oats with us, but I just didn't feel like cooking them at the time. I do have some instant ones that sometimes I just throw in a blender and mix together for my protein shake and chug it down. Might have to try that. No, dampens, suppresses. I had a plateau on weight loss. I need to jumpstart. You are going to hit plateau. Sometimes, if you're exercising, the fact that you're not losing weight can be a good thing because you're still improving yourself. With vigorous exercise, you are still losing fat, but you're gaining muscle, and muscle for volume weighs 3 times as much. So I can literally, lose what's little left of my gut and keep it the same weight by really stepping it up and building up the legs and chest and back. And so that sometimes when you hit that plateau, it's not necessarily a bad thing if you're exercising at the same time. But plateaus are going to happen. And it's okay as long as you're maintaining for a while and your body will readjust and then you'll start losing weight again. So that's why they say you only weigh yourself maybe every 2 weeks. If you're hopping on a scale every day, it's going to depress you because your body is going to fluctuate. And it can fluctuate as much as 5 to 7 pounds with just water weight. Very easily can fluctuate that much. I can hop on a scale this morning, be at 235. I could be at 238 by this evening, maybe even 240. So what I do is about every 2 weeks, I hop on the scale. See, there we go. Kind of shut down the heat. And I let them kind of come down slowly before I hit it with the cold water. And then comes the fun part. Broth: carrots, celery, onions, tomatoes, okra, mushrooms, cabbage, garlic, and bouillon. And cumin and turmeric this time. That sounds really good. Cabbage stuff, old stinky. Autumn 3, howdy. Thanks for joining in. So for those that just joined in, we'll go through the exercises again. So we talked about shrugs to work the traps. These are exercises you can do in the house. Doesn't take up much room. Remember, you want to use weights that are comfortable and not causing you to do any unnatural movements. The other exercise will be curls. So you have your regular curls, and you can do these at the same time if you want to. Then you have what's called hammer curls. The hammer curl is going to sit there and move it up to the upper bicep and to the shoulder. Then you have your shoulder exercise. Go team, go. And then you have your tricep extension. And then if you want to work the back, you got a stool here. And you just, this motion here. And then you repeat the process for the other side. And generally, if you're just starting out, you'd only do 1 set of each of those exercises. Any chance of a dedicated dumbbell workout video? Sure, I'll make one. So, anyway, next time in the gym, it's not a bench day because tomorrow's bench day. I'll get together one which is going to be all dumbbell exercises. I'll do that. Cheers. All right, Miss Wormer, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody stopping in. I got 12 thumbs up. That's fantastic. So those are the dumbbell exercises. Got a clean bill of health from the doctor for the most part. I am changing my diet a little bit to kind of help with the cholesterol. We had a power outage, so we talked about lights and generators and attachments to my self-starter. Remember my friend at Cutco, Lucky O'Day, and his information is in the description. You can go directly to his website. If you do, please tell him you heard it on MacBean Scottish Fitness. Whether you purchase or not, I'd like him to know that people are paying attention. Steve Lyons is going to attest to how great these knives are. He's had his for over almost 40 years. So, and he said they back the product really well. They sharpen them. Mine don't need sharpening yet. Maybe in 10 years, I'll take advantage of that. Yeah. Okra, I had it every now and then, just not a lot. Hey, peppercorns. Yep, there we go, Steel. Yes, sir. So that guy who's trying to sell the whatever country that blade's coming from, I told him, I said, yeah, I'm happy with what I got. Oh, I want to do a demonstration. I said, you go for it. He hasn't done it yet. He's supposed to alert me when he does. I think he realizes I'll tear it apart. So I'm using cold water to cool down the eggs. Then what I'll do is I'll put them on the butcher block. My buddy and I made these butcher blocks. He got a big piece, cut it in half. He's got half, I got half. I treated this for about 6 months with food grade mineral oil. And then after a year, I treated it for another month. And then it's probably due for me to do again. If you put a tomato in the soup, there's no slime. Even 1 can of diced tomato soup will cover. Say, hey, that's good. I don't like the slime and the cooked okras in the soup. So tomatoes will take care of the slime. Awesome information. No, I'm still here. It was cheers. Thank you, rather than Cheerio. We're getting some more proper English. Here we go. So we got some good information there. Got my eggs cooling down. Of course, I've already had a glass of Fairlife milk. We can't keep this in the house. So that one's almost empty. This one's full. I asked Mrs. Scottish Fitness to pick some up last night. She did. Asked her why didn't she get more. She goes, that's all they had. Then I had my treat. And that doesn't last long here. The chocolate one. Wife would be like, it's gone already. I didn't even get a chance to have any. I said, hey, if you snooze, you lose. We move quickly here in the MacBean family. So, 15 minutes in, see what we get here. All righty. Some tomato juice, too. Just drink a lot of tomato juice. Something I need to add. Canned foods, I've got a lot of canned stuff. This is the stuff I use to help my chili along. A can of this, a can of tomatoes, a pound of meat, chopped up onion, green peppers, or anything else I happen to have grown in the garden. Makes a good chili. it still stopped raining, but we did get plenty of rain. It's almost the type of rain I need to get like every 3 days, and I wouldn't have to carry water. So I carried probably about 15 3-gallon pitchers of water out there yesterday. I did turn on my app to see how much I did walking back and forth, but I don't trust the app. Because when I got to work, I turned it on, I walked into work, I squirted out a little bit there, and I sat down, and also said I walked 4 miles, 4.82 miles. I said, there ain't no way I walked more than 1.5 miles. And then while I was still sitting there, I went from 8.2 to 8.4, 8.7. I wasn't moving. So I shut the app off. Evidently, when I get in the building, it gets confused about where I'm at. So I couldn't take that information. But I did do 2 miles just going back and forth to the garden, to the pond, to the mailbox, to the burning pile. All that stuff did cause me to burn a lot of calories. So that one I'll need, that one I'll need. These I'll put back. I drink one of these containers a day easily. A container worth. So I know I will be having to get more. It's just I can't buy it on the way into work because I'm at work for 10 hours. But Friday I'll probably be able to do it because Friday, or even Thursday I probably won't do a live stream from the house. I'm going to be doing it from the gym if I do it. Mathematics professor, every time you stream, I notice you're declining in age very quickly. That's sad. Okay. I've lost weight, which might have taken some off my face, but I will get back. Plus, it's just there's always going to be dips. I don't feel like I'm aging. Matter of fact, I'm 30 pounds lighter than I was at the beginning of the year. Yeah, the vertigo has pretty much gone away now, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. So keep an eye on me, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's going to happen at some point in the game. Just hopefully not this year. Well, these eggs are still a little warm. Woo-hoo. Sometimes they peel a little easier that way. Or you're just more motivated. Now, from last year to this year, I am now working a full-time job in a very hot environment. I'm doing a lot of hours. I'm sure that could have something to do with so many outward appearances. But sometimes it's something you need to get adjustment to. We'll see how Thursday's workout goes. I put up 350 on Monday. So my goal will be 355. And maybe a couple extra reps when I get back down to the 315 burnout. And once I get to the 315 where I'm sitting there popping 10 reps, I'll know I'm really hitting on that. But no, I appreciate the input. I mean, everybody's got an opinion and you should put it out there. If that's your perception, because perception is truth. If that's how you perceive things, then that's what you should say. I know I've lost some weight in the face because I've lost weight. And that's when the doctor said, well, would you get down to 200 pounds? I said, no. I watched my twin uncles, one really shredded down weight, and he didn't look healthy at all. And then like 2 years later, he'd passed away. So I don't want to get too light. I'm going to have some insulation. Like I said, I don't care what those charts say. Me at the height I am and the muscle that I have to be under 200 pounds is ridiculous. And if I get down there, it's probably because something's wrong. That's why the doctor asked you if you had any sudden increase or decrease in weight. Because if you have, and it's not a life habit that's changed it, well, then usually there's a concern. But like I said, I got the clean bill of health from yesterday. Some minor adjustments, but blood pressure's fine. Blood sugar's fine. My cholesterol and glycerides are much lower than they usually are. I still need to be declining in age is good. Very good, Miss Worm. Well, maybe that's the way you meant it. I'm not aging as fast. So these are peeling off pretty easy, earlier than usual. It might be because they're still warm. Because I know when I get them to work, they're in the fridge for a while, then they tend to peel off in itty bitty pieces. Hey, Terry Cox, how you doing? Good to see you drop in. How's the lifting going? I've seen that you did one meet. I think you did what, around 413, 418. I know you're still killing it. That's good to see. I hope to be in good enough strength to compete at the Iron Battle in Mississippi come mid-July. I still got a month and a half to get there. And if I can bench in the low 400s comfortably, then I'll do the meet. Just to motivate me to. Generally, WT Franklin has one in Peoria in November, and that'll get me going. Yeah, aren't we all, brother? It's going to happen, but stay with it. I'm telling you, it's just you got to keep doing it. Got to keep doing it. Why don't you do that one with me? It'd be a lot of fun. It's at the Grand Riviera. They have a water park there. The wife and I stayed overnight. Had a blast. So I hope to be in shape for that one. And that's why I cut my overtime down by, cut it down by 6 hours last week. And I cut off 10 hours. I took 10 hours off this week. I took an additional 4 hours off. So I'm taking Saturday off so I can get things done around the house and have a true rest day, because I'm doing a lot of lifting at work. I'm picking up weights that weigh anywhere from 30 to 70 pounds. There you go, Harvey. It's all right. He's got a chance. Everybody's got an opinion. If I'm going to be out here, on YouTube, I have to take the good and the bad. If someone truly feels that's what they see, then they should say it. I don't want people sitting there saying things they don't believe. So I don't know if he's trolling or not, but he has the ability to have the panel, as long as you're not being vulgar, or extremely insulting. I don't take that as an insult. You can call me everything but late for dinner. Yeah, it is top notch. I love it. And I like Bill and his wife. They're really good people. I've done 2 of his events so far. And both of them were just a huge good time. To the point, the first time I did, I went down there with my son. And we had a good time. And then at the time, I think he was like 18. And we stopped at a bar. And he ordered a root beer, and I ordered a Guinness. And the waitress comes and puts the root beer in front of me and the Guinness in front of him. He's just kind of smiling. I'm like, yeah, she got that a little backwards. Let's not get the young lady in trouble. I had no problem with boy drinking beer at home. But I didn't want to get the young lady in trouble. All you need to do is have law enforcement come in and card them. But we had a really good time. And the last one was last year, where I broke the national record in both drug tested and untested. And then I did W.T. Franklin's in November, and I broke my record again. And that's currently why I am rated 5th in the world in my weight and age group. How's that add up? Touche, pussycat. Host, I wish you well. Thank you. Bye now. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your week. Have a great weekend. Remember, rest, nutrition, and proper form in the exercise. That's their untested record. Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to find, but if you send an email to Bill, he'll look that up for you too. I'm pretty sure you can destroy it because in my weight class, it was only like 345. I mean, I totally destroyed that record twice. I actually had the record from the first time I competed. I think I did. I was actually dealing with an injured shoulder at times, so I think I only did like 413. But I did it. And then last time I did 440 pounds. It was that 200 kilo goal I was always wanting to hit. So when I hit that, I was ecstatic. And then 2 weeks later, I was down the USPA one, also another tested meet. And I repeated it where I got 200 again. And I was kind of kicking myself in the butt a little bit because it went up pretty easy. And I probably could have did 202.5 at the time, but I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. So, see you all, Randy. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. 14 thumbs up. That's fantastic. Appreciate that. A little over an hour. So, let me get me the old cup of Fairlife milk. That's the full one. So I'm going to finish this one off. I had a cup this morning. When I say a cup, I mean 3 cups worth. I usually have a glass before I go to work. And I try to eat three light meals at work. They kind of help keep the calories and the protein where I need it, but also to it's like taking candy from a baby. It is. You got that. Now, like I said, I think that's where it was when I did it. Actually, I hold it in check the 242 pound class for me, Terry. I think I hold that one. So yeah, do me a favor and look up the 242. Saying, 55 through 59. Now, I'm pretty sure I weighed in at 242 that meet. Now, the last one I did it at 275. I just didn't feel like starving myself that week. Now, everybody here that is in chat doesn't know Terry Cox. Terry Cox is a certified, award-winning powerlifter who I've got to meet personally when I was working out in Bloomington. So he's got numerous national world records, and I believe for the state of Indiana, he is in the Hall of Fame. So this man has been doing a lot of meets, a lot more than I do. I do maybe 4 a year. He probably does about 14 or more. So somebody I enjoy watching his lifts, and somebody that keeps me motivated too. Hey, Harvey, I think the mathematics professor got a little disappointed because I didn't take his insult the way he thought I was going to. Remember, there are numerous influences on your life, You can be influenced by things that happen around you. You can be influenced by things that happen to you. You can be influenced by opinions that people say that you don't know. You can be influenced by opinions people say that you do know. But the biggest influence on you is going to be what you think of yourself. And I always said, you can sit there and you can make yourself very successful at something, or you can give yourself the excuse not to. And the thing of it is I'm at the 50 to 54 records at 413. Wow, I was younger than I thought. So I guess it wasn't a 2-year break. It must have been a 5 or 6 year break. All right, so I missed out on the 55 to 58 one. Oh, well. But so for somebody to say that, if he truly felt that way, then he should say it. But if he was being a troll and just, being a Delta India Charlie Kilo, well, I'm sorry. He can call me everything but late for dinner. Sure he wasn't an English professor? No, he's not a 22-year-old power lifter. That's probably his boy. That's probably Terry's boy. Terry is my age. Well, he's a little younger than I am. And what you're probably talking, is that your boy that did that deadlift, Terry? I know he's strong. Or is it just a different Terry Cox? 5 years younger, rub it in. I love eggs. I even told the doctor. I said, I eat a lot of eggs and I drink a lot of milk. He goes, how many eggs? That's about 4 dozen a week. You're like, holy crap. Harvey Black has got Terry Cox, 22-year-old power lifter, deadlifts 575. So that's Indiana State record. Or did they just get your age wrong? Or is that your boy? He just popped up the link. I wonder if I don't want to leave I don't want to tie up my internet anymore. No, if you're looking at the chat, Terry, however you put the link up. Oh, my son, but it was 475. Ah, a little typo. Most people criticize are just jealous, yeah. And they are. Actually, they're probably reflecting something they feel about themselves. I try to stay positive in all things. Not saying I'm a saint. But I believe you can do more powerful things by giving a person a hand up and pushing them down. I'm a different kid. I think it's a typo, Terry. So let me put these away. And remember, this is not an exercise, but you can have fun with it. And I'm back. Different kid or son, I don't know about. Yeah. Always try to be careful about that one. At least I had no surprises. All 3 of my kids were definitely a thing we wanted. So, breakfast is going down really well. It's 10:30. And literally, I get this under 2 hours before I have to head to work. And then I try to go in early to get things in that, but if I can dig up dirt out there, it's not mud, I'll plant those peppers. But I won't be driving my car out there. Last week I got it stuck and it took me about a half hour cussing and jamming things under the tire to get it unstuck. Can't wait for it to bloom and get everything to produce. I love fresh vegetables. Picking it right from the garden, nothing better. I will. If I can hit a pause at 4:05 by, I'll say the third week in June, then I'll sign up for it. I'm pretty sure Bill will will let me sign in late if I have to. I might send him an email just to let him know I'm interested in it, but I have to see where my level is. But it'd almost be worth me to go there just to watch. There's a lot of athletes there. Some of them are pretty impressive. Yes, I think it's July 16th and 17th. So, better let the wife know about that date so she doesn't make plans to see one of the kids or something, because I know she is going to want to go out there sometime, probably in July. I want to go out to Montana to see my daughter, and I just got to see if I can be allowed to do it. The problem is to go that far, you just can't go out there for a couple days. You have to go work in the garden. Have a great day. You too, Lewis Prepper. I'm going to probably take a peek out in the garden myself. And breakfast is done. Pop some vitamins. Put on my little baggies on my feet and go out to the garden. Might make a short video on that also. But 15 thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Appreciate it. Everybody have a wonderful week. If I do a live stream, it'll be from the gym tomorrow. If I don't do the live stream, then I will just video my top lifts. Please like, subscribe, and share. And if you especially got nothing better to do, just pop on one of my playlists, like the one I've named Shorts, because all those are short videos, and just let it play in the background. Just let it run, and that'll pick up my views and some of my ad revenue. But actually, it's these longer videos that seem to pay out better. Yeah, you too, man. You keep posting those videos, and like I said, I'll post a video whether I go live or not. I'll still post a video of my bench tomorrow, and my goal is to throw up 355. I threw up 350 on Monday, and I probably had 355, but at some point you gotta stop and save it for another day. 16 thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. And this is MacBean Scottish Fitness. Ta-da! Remember, shirts available. All right, send me an email at scottishfitness@gmail.com. Let me know what size. William White, cheers. Have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Michael probably slept through this one, but I know he'll watch it later. And then, yes, Michael, that you do have me on that. That's the right email. And we'll talk about swapping out shirts. So, yeah, I'm supposed to say something at the end. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you for stopping in. There we go. Now we got the Cheerios, not the cheers.